Yes, guys. So another week in the markets. This is for week commencing Monday, the 23rd of Feb. So had a very busy weekend. I haven't done my outlook for this video yet, but I'm just gonna speak on how the market has opened. So yeah, currently between London and New York session, on market open we saw a large push to the upside on Euro USD and a large push to the downside on DXY. So we can now see that DXY has completely disrespected this push down from the market open. So seeing this as a manipulation, now I am looking for DXY to retest this area and then trade towards the previous weekly high. So that is what I'm looking for to start off the week. It will be kind of a swing position for now. I'm not looking to sell euro due to the fact that it's a 53 pip stop and down to the low it's only 0.7 risk to reward. So I will be waiting for New York to offer some sort of retracement into this inverted fair value gap and then look for sells down to the low. If we carry on selling off from here, then that's fine. Happy to miss the move. But yeah, for now, obviously on the higher time frame, we could see that we are bearish on EU for now. We have swept this low at the end of last week, so this could have led to some sort of pullback on euro. But as we can see, we've had this manipulation now, and now I'm looking for price to follow through. So potential to frame this as a high of the week. Obviously, for now, I would like to see some sort of pullback into this inverted 4-hour fair value gap, and then I will look to have some sort of position inside this area here, which stops at the high, and then I will look to target the previous weekly low and potential lower prices. So yeah, that is a quick update for price at the minute. Same thing on GU. This morning we've swept this high here, and now we're starting to display. So again, we'll look for some sort of pullback on GU and then potential entry down to the previous weekly low. So yeah, that is what I'm looking for. I will look to record a weekly outlook as well, but for now, the framework looks quite good for lower prices on Euro and GU and higher on DXY. So yeah, I'll update you guys as we move through the week. Yes, guys, so just a quick update on what I was speaking about this morning. I've now entered this GU short here. So just going to speak over why I've entered this position. So yeah, this morning on market open, we could see that we had this push to the upside. Now we've tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap just here on the push through, and then we've seen Asia and London sweep this high and then displace lower. So now what I'm looking for, price has traded below this 1-hour bullish fair value gap and disrespected this bullish expansion, and now we've seen this retracement in New York. So now I am expecting or looking for is pretty much for price as we've seen to retest this area and then start to trade lower towards the previous weekly low. Now the same thing on DXY. What we have seen is price start to push through and disrespect this 1-hour bearish expansion, and now we've traded back into this 1-hour inverted fair value gap. So again on DXY now, what I'm looking for is for price to start to expand towards the previous weekly high, and then I will look to manage this position here as well. But yeah, this is the position I am in, and I will update you guys as we move through. Good morning, guys. So this is going to be an outlook for Monday, week commencing Monday, the 23rd of Feb. So I am recording this on the Tuesday. This video has been a bit all over the place. So yeah, as mentioned or in the previous video, you would have seen that I entered a GU short position yesterday, which I'm going to give an update on as well. But just going to quickly run over what I'm looking at on the charts for this week. So as we see, news, we didn't have any news yesterday or today. We have Trump speaking tomorrow, which should bring some volatility, depending on what he says and obviously what's going on in the world at the minute. And then Thursday and Friday we have USD news in the afternoon New York session. So quite a quiet week on news this week. So yeah, just flicking over to the charts, a quick update on the GU position. This is how we are running at the minute. I spoke about the reasons why I got in this position. Came quite close to my stop loss, but nonetheless remained in the trade. As we could see towards the end of New York, start to push down, and now that we are trading below this low, I have now moved my invalidation to this high from New York yesterday, so taking a little bit off the table, but for now just letting the position run. So yeah, again, I did mention it yesterday on when I took the GU position, but outlook for DXY is to see price trade higher. Now we can see on the weekly time frame, we inverted pretty much all of this bearish expansion, and we've pushed to the upside. We did sweep this high. However, we can see that this sweep of the high could have brought some bearish momentum. So we swept this high towards the end of last week, and then we could have started to see price trade off from here, like so. However, yesterday on market open, we have manipulated downwards. So on market open, we pushed to the downside into this small but still daily bullish value gap here. So this area, and we can see that we've respected this area, and now we're starting to expand higher. So yeah, I would like to see now DXY push to the previous weekly high. That will be my first objective for this GU position, and GU to push down to the previous weekly low. But for yeah, first target's been previous weekly high. See how we react to that high. But I do still see DXY trading higher, potentially towards these levels here. Yes, guys, so just a quick update on this GU position. So I've just been playing paddle and just got back. So yeah, to be honest, this morning haven't really seen much movement in Asia. We've swept Asia lows, and this low here being previous daily low, and then we've come back and now we have swept Asia highs just here. So now seeing this manipulation on the 1 hour time frame and this displacement, I have added a second position. Stops have been rolled down to London high, so pretty much not much on the table now left on this trade in terms of risk, and then this risk has been added on just here. So yeah, my new invalidation will be this high after the manipulation above Asia highs. If we do trade above London's highs, then I would expect price to carry on higher up and hit this inval here, which was my second eval. The only thing against this trade is that we've swept previous daily low being Monday's low, so which is the reason why I'm being quite aggressive with my invalidation. Either we respect this sweep and we continue higher from around here, or we respect the London sweep with the overall higher time frame bias, and then we start to trade lower towards the previous weekly low. So yeah, that's the current update. DXY, what has happened on DXY, we have traded into this 4 hour fair value gap just here. Again, traded into this area, which we are currently respecting. And then now what I'm looking for on DXY is for price to expand from here, now that we have swept this internal low. So yeah, that is what I'm waiting for at the minute. Yes, guys, so just a quick update. It is now the next day. So as you can see, GU took me out yesterday New York session. So we had our first position stop loss rolled over to this swing high just here. And then we had the scale in as well. So full loss on this position, which was 0.5%. And then this one here was about pretty much nothing, near enough break even. So yeah, risk well managed. To be honest, price is just chopping about now. The price action for me isn't the best. If we just have a look on DXY, we've seen that we've started to get a push down from yesterday, so price is respecting last week's high at the minute, and we have seen to get a push down. So to be honest, at the minute, not too interested in anything. I can frame ideas for both directions at the minute. So yeah, whether we potentially create a high of the week here and can start to displace lower from here or anywhere around here, then that might give an opportunity to get into sells down to the previous weekly low. But yeah, we have swept yesterday's low, and then we're holding at the minute. So yeah, to be honest, not looking at much at the minute. Yesterday's move on GU was a little bit unfortunate due to EG pushing down. Um, Off the sweep, we've pushed down and tapped into this daily bullish fair value gap here. So that was due to EG being quite bearish due to GU pushing higher. Next time I record will be if something has changed, but for now I'm not looking to get into any other positions at the minute. Yes, guys, so I've just entered this Euro USD short position. Just going to run over the reasons why I've taken this short. So if we just start on DXY, I recorded a video this morning just speaking about the price action on DXY. We can see that on the daily time frame now, we have taken out yesterday's low. So we had a flat open on yesterday's candle. We've taken that low now. So I do see DXY still trading higher up until the previous weekly high. We start to drop down. Again, I'm seeing this move as a manipulation. This, again, possible low of the day on DXY placed in. Now we've started to see this expansion higher. So yeah, that is my new invalidation for DXY longs. We can see that in Asia we've pushed down below yesterday's low, and now we're starting to see in London price start to expand higher. So yeah, I am expecting price to continue higher, at least up to Tuesday's high, and then also up to the previous weekly high. So that's the main reason why I've chosen Euro. I spoke about yesterday, e.g. that we're bearish after this this sweep of these highs here. So both do look good. I just preferred the framework on Euro. But yeah, that is the position I am in, looking to target down to the previous weekly low, and I'll update you guys as we move through the position. Good morning. So it's now Thursday morning. To be honest, I had a very bad day on the charts yesterday. I'm going to be running over the positions which I took, but yeah, obviously the last video was me entering this EU short here on London session. I actually got out of this pretty much not long after I entered it. Now, I think emotions were a bit high yesterday. Charts themselves haven't been the best for me this month, and we've kind of just been ranging in this area here. Price action has been quite shit, to be honest, as we can see on DXY. Again, just been ranging, no real momentum. I was targeting the previous weekly high. This was my draw on liquidity for the week. But yeah, we've just been slowly pushing towards it and then pushing back. So to be honest, now I'm done with trading this week until I have a clear bias on DXY. Like, yeah, until we break out of this range. For me, at the minute, we're either going to push and take previous weekly high, or we're going to respect this previous weekly high and start to trade lower, or we're just going to range. So until my next move is clear, I'm not going to be trading. But yeah, this first position yesterday, I got into this position just about to go out on a run and decided to close. Now, something what has creeped in, something what hasn't happened to me this year yet. It was something what I was quite bad at last year, but this year I've started the year very well, and now it's starting to creep in a bit. So I could easily just not record these videos and just act like everything's okay, but the whole reason of me recording these videos and uploading it onto YouTube is to be transparent about my trading and to make myself accountable, to make sure I don't make these mistakes again. So yeah, the first position yesterday, I got out at break even, and then I was looking to kind of, having FOMO moving into New York, I was looking to frame a New York high for a New York continuation lower. So my entry on this second position was once we had seen this high placed in at New York Open and price had traded below this 30-minute fair value gap. And then on DXY as well, again, it was price traded through this 30-minute FVG here, so setting this low in New York. So yeah, as you can see, price went straight to my stop loss. What should have been a managed trade from this position here to maybe managing this trade to break even and managing this position turned out to be a full loss because of the fact that I exited this trade when we were in a good position for sells. Instead, I tried to chase the trade and took a full loss. So that was my day yesterday. Didn't record it live because, yeah, I was just quite annoyed at myself. So I try and record what I can live, but sometimes it's just busy. Got stuff on in the house and stuff like that. But yeah, very bad day on the trade on the charts yesterday. To be honest, it's just one loss. But the way I handled yesterday in terms of getting in this position, getting out, and then taking this loss due to kind of FOMO and fear out or missing the move, it's just not in my plan and not the way I want to be traded. So yeah, reviewed the trade. It's now a new day, reset, and we go again. But like I said, now on Euro, to be honest, haven't really got a strong bias. Now we have traded back above this 4-hour FA gap, but now we're looking like we're going to be trading back down again. So it's just like disrespecting bearish arrays and then trading back and then back and forth. So yeah, to be honest, I'm not interested in anything at the minute on EU. Same thing on DXY. We're again now pushing to the upside. So see how that closes, and the same on GU as well. We had closed above this 4-hour FA gap, but now again it's looking like we're going to be maybe disrespecting this area. The only thing I would be interested on in GU is if we do set a low of the day here, and we can start to kind of get a change in order flow and start to expand higher, then we could potentially look for longs on GU. But for now, I'm not going to be kind of entertaining anything for now. I'm going to come back in New York. But I just wanted to record this video, like, it's for accountability for myself and also being transparent to anyone who does watch these videos. Obviously, trading, you're not always going to have win streaks. I was obviously on a very good win streak in January, and now Feb hasn't been the best month. I think I'm on 3 losses in a bounce now. So yeah, again, it's the importance of account rotation, risk management, everything like that. Yesterday, I didn't have good risk management, but I've looked at what I've done wrong. I've journaled it, and you just got to learn from their mistakes. So everyone's not perfect. I've been in this game 5 years now, and I'm still making mistakes and still learning from them mistakes. So yeah, quite a more in-depth video on the trades, but yeah, if I do take any other trades, it's now Thursday, so if I do look to take any other positions, I will obviously input them in this recording.